My father was one of the first original 6 on PEI to fish commercially in 1973. I started in 78. Before the commercial fishery started in 73, my grandfather just called them horse mackerel. They didn't have a clue what they were. They'd tear your nets, they'd take all your bait.
They were a nuisance fish.
A nuisance fish, yeah.
Commercially, the bluefin is one of the most prized fish in the North Atlantic. But big game anglers have long revered these remarkable creatures. Hemingway called them the king of all fish. They're the largest of all 8 true tuna species and can easily exceed 900 pounds. What's your personal best?
1359.
Wow, 1359.
In 1979.
That fish is over 10 feet tall.
Oh my God, yes, that'd be like something like 11 or 12 feet.
11 or 12 feet.
Yeah, and it was late in the year, and it was as round could be. It was just a beautiful fish.
Well, so that's interesting. You say late in the year, so it's been up here eating the herring and the mackerel and gotten fatter.
That's right, yeah.
I hear that some of these fish can put on 200 pounds in 2 months.
Yeah, well, I'm not a biologist, but I hear up to 300.
Bluefin travel in great numbers from their spawning grounds in the Gulf of Mexico to Atlantic Canada every year. They can cover thousands of miles in just 3 weeks to fatten up on massive schools of Canadian mackerel and herring. That fat reserve has made them the highest priced fish on our planet. And unfortunately, it's made it one of the most sought after fish. One fish sold in Japan for $1 million.
Yeah.
And it was only a 600-something pound fish.
Yeah.
You caught a fish over 1,300 pounds. Do you think fish like that are still swimming here?
Oh yeah, definitely, but they're harder to find.
Yeah. They're harder to find because they've been dramatically overfished. In fact, the Atlantic bluefin population is just a fraction of what it was in 1950. But thanks to some strong regulations, the bluefin appears to be making a comeback here in maritime Canada. Daily catches are limited and strictly recorded. This helps the population to bounce back while still allowing the fishermen to work their trade. A month ago, there weren't any bluefin tuna here. But historically, the bait shows up every year in the end of August, September, October. And with the bait fish, the bluefin tuna are coming. So before we head out to catch our bluefin, we're gonna load up on some bait. Neil knows a place where the mackerel are schooling to gorge themselves on moss and algae. It's called Tignish Harbor. Yeah, buddy. A full string. Boy, look at these big ones I got on here. There's the big one.
This one here first.
Well, I like the size of those. I've been told that the bait fish stocks are in a major decline. The herring and the mackerel. But up here in Prince Edward Island, mackerel are doing really well.
It's nice to keep fishing, but we want to go after the big fellas.
Wow, I'm starting to see a bunch of birds. I bet this is getting close to where we're going to be fishing. 6 miles off the northernmost point of Prince Edward Island is an area that's produced more giant bluefin than almost any fishing location in the world, McLeod's Ledge. 5 boats, everybody's got a kite up. I think this is the spot. This is where the herring come to spawn, and the giants follow. We're gonna put the kite up right now. It's our first thing. This is a much bigger kite than I normally use at home. We're working with a fish that's developed their senses over thousands of years, so we're always looking for an advantage.
These are the light wind kites.